Think about the sheer amount of money, time, and coordination it takes to produce just one high-quality video. You usually need a scriptwriter to craft the narrative, a voice actor to bring it to life, an animator or videographer for the visuals, and an editor to painstakingly stitch the whole shebang together. It is a massive bottleneck, especially for solo creators or small agencies. But what if you could replace that entire human assembly line with just a single piece of open-source software? In today's explainer, we're taking a really close look at Pixelle-Video. It's an AI-driven engine that is radically transforming how digital content gets made, automating everything from a simple text prompt all the way to a final rendered file.
And take a look at this number, 8,400. That's how many stars this project has rapidly racked up on GitHub, making it one of the most closely watched AI video tools out there right now. This isn't just some weekend project built in the garage either. Pixelle-Video is actually backed by AIDC AI, which is tied directly to Alibaba's enterprise ecosystem. So yeah, it's got some serious engineering weight behind it. When a tool with this kind of corporate pedigree drops into the open source community promising to automate your script to final render, you absolutely have to pay attention.
Section 1. A free runway alternative. To really grasp why Pixelle-Video is turning so many heads, we kind of have to look at the current market landscape. Right now, things are pretty divided. On one hand, you have your commercial giants, right? Things like Runway ML and Pika. And yes, they are incredibly powerful, but they also trap you in expensive monthly subscription tiers and super restrictive credit systems. On the other hand, we have Pixelle-Video. Because it's released under the Apache 2.0 license, it is completely free and open source. This is, quite frankly, a revolutionary shift for the creator economy. You're getting a localized, highly customizable engine that doesn't charge you every single time you hit the render button. It perfectly contrasts the massive ongoing costs of those closed-source giants against the immense value of truly democratized tech.
Section 2. Inside the multimodal pipeline. Now, it's really easy to throw around buzzwords like automated video generation, but to truly understand what Alibaba built here, we need to do an analytical teardown of the technical architecture. The real magic is how these distinct technical pieces chain together into what we call a multimodal pipeline. Step 1 starts with a large language model. You can plug in Qwen, DeepSeek, or GPT. You just give it a topic and it writes out the entire structured script for you. Then step 2 moves into visual synthesis. The system uses a ComfyUI backend to seamlessly pass that script into image generators like Flux or even video synthesis models like WAN 2.1, basically creating your visual storyboard frame by frame. Finally, step 3 layers in voice and motion transfer. It pulls in edge TTS or index TTS for the voice cloning and narrations, and then perfectly times everything to a background track. The ComfyUI backend is the connective tissue here, linking text, image, video, and audio engines into one continuous, uninterrupted flow. It's literally like watching a giant puzzle put itself together.
Section 3. Templates and hidden gems.
Raw technical pipelines are fascinating, for sure. But if you have to spend hours configuring them every single time you want to make a video, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of automation. Well, the real value of Pixelle-Video is how it translates that complex architecture into highly polished, ready-to-publish content with almost zero friction. Creators literally do not have to start from scratch here. It comes preloaded with over 12 built-in, highly structured templates. Whether you're making a cinematic documentary, doing a cultural deconstruction, exploring a scientific inquiry, or just churning out vertical content for a TikTok side hustle, there is a template ready to go. It even has novel adaptations, where you feed it a story and it generates the atmospheric visuals and narration to match. You just pick your format, vertical, horizontal, or square, and the engine automatically formats the visual layout, the text overlays, and the pacing to suit that specific platform style.
And while we were analyzing the source repositories for this, we found something pretty extraordinary. Tucked away inside its capabilities is a feature for AI digital avatars, complete with cross-cultural voice support. Most open-source tools really struggle to make realistic digital humans, but Pixelle-Video actually has a robust demo showcasing a digital avatar using Korean voice cloning. The ability to generate a lifelike digital human, clone a specific voice, and have it present your script in multiple languages, including Korean, Chinese, and English, is an absolute powerhouse feature for localized international content creation. It's a massive hidden gem that, honestly, most casual users are completely missing right now.
Section 4. The hardware and the catch.
Okay. As incredible as all of this sounds, we do need to ground the excitement with some radical transparency. Running an entire virtual production studio locally on your own machine, it is not a magical, frictionless experience for everyone. To really understand the realities of a local run, just look at this telling metric.
There are currently over 80 open issues on the project's GitHub page. We always want to do our homework for you on this explainer, and this number proves that while the engine is incredibly capable, it's still bleeding-edge technology. It is actively evolving, which means you are absolutely going to encounter bugs, software conflicts, and moments where the pipeline just unexpectedly halts.
So, let's outline the harsh realities of running this locally for free. First up, you cannot run this on a standard everyday laptop. The pipeline relies heavily on local inferencing, meaning a beefy, high-end NVIDIA GPU with massive VRAM is practically a requirement to run those visual models efficiently. Second, while the web UI is pretty user-friendly, the second you want to deeply customize the ComfyUI backend, say swapping out a specific voice model or tweaking the image workflow, the complexity spikes dramatically. And finally, the documentation for that advanced under-the-hood customization, it's currently very sparse. The community is definitely growing, but third-party tutorials are still pretty limited.
Section 5. Should you use it?
So bringing all these technical capabilities, the templates, the multi-language avatars, and the hardware dependencies together, it's time for a clear verdict. Who is this open-source engine actually built for right now? Here's our recommendation. If you're a tech-savvy creator, a developer, or an agency with the right NVIDIA hardware just sitting on your desk, you should download Pixelle-Video and start scaling your content immediately. The competitive advantage of printing automated, high-quality video for free is just too massive to ignore. But if you're a more casual user, or you're someone who gets easily frustrated troubleshooting Python dependencies and ComfyUI nodes, you might want to wait. Just hold off until the documentation improves, or until fully managed, cloud-hosted versions become more accessible and stable.
If this saved you time, hit subscribe. We review tools like this every week so you're always ahead. Now, if you like this AI video engine breakdown, you're going to love our review of ArcReel, another open-source tool that prints YouTube Shorts automatically. You can click on that right now on your screen. As we wrap up today's explainer, it really leaves you wondering, with open-source tools like Pixelle-Video now chaining entire creative workflows together for absolutely free, how much longer can traditional, slow-moving video production teams survive in this new era? The barrier to entry for content creation isn't just lowering anymore, it's being completely demolished. Thanks for learning with us, and we'll see you in the next one.